and Colton. Both of them. Yeah, both of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all got a problem. I mean, I do business with y'all. I mean, I'm talking about personally and everything. Say y'all in an ad, you gotta call the damn woman up in Nashville now, and you gotta send her a letter on every damn thing. I mean, if you got that ball game last night, I had the ball game. I'm the only one in this part of the country had it. I started to call y'all. I wouldn't know since calling y'all. I mean, by the time I mail that stuff to you, he'll be in next week's game.
I have the same complaint.
I'm just telling you, I mean, I don't care. I do business with y'all. I've been doing it forever. So.
When I started 3 years ago, I wanted a billboard put up in Haleville, because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
This is going on 3.5 years. I ain't got it yet. I'm still waiting on that lady in Nashville.
Well, I don't even call it between you and I. I do something like with a guy in Hackleburg. I mean, Bill Campbell.
Colton.
Yeah. I knew him when he was wearing down blue shorts over his everybody. He might buy something every once in a while for his. You know, I don't mind on that.
I was over there with Shannon at First National.
You got Shannon Lawler. Yeah. I like old Shannon.
Yeah, I got red tag on Facebook. See, anybody puts anything on my web page, I get blamed for it. Hell, I didn't know it was on mine. I don't know what you got red tag for. You can't talk to the food.
Do they call that Facebook jail? What do they call that?
I got that, but I'll be off Monday, but I got, what do you call that other stuff? YouTube and all that other stuff.
Did they climb the tower?
Yeah.
Man, I looked over there and I thought, you can't even see the top of that tower that day.
Huh? What are you moaning about?
About, you said that Wednesday they was gonna climb the tower.
All right, buddy.
Oh.
I want to on it. You got to teach me how to do it 1 more time.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I quit calling you too much. All right, buddy. I'll see you later. Now, where you work at, big boy?
I coach basketball at Tharptown High School.
Thorntown. I tell you what. When I played basketball, and really, Bill Campbell, Winfield, Fayette, some years, Donald, as far as I'm concerned. When I was in ninth grade, I have it back up now, we were the same boys. We went to Winfield, Thorntown. That's the damn best damn junior high team I've ever seen in my life. And that gym no higher is right here, that old gym.
Yeah, it's small.
They beat us 54 points. I said, hell, you can't get big 54 points. We couldn't make one, and everything they told in, I was like, but they went to Russell then. We beat the hell out of Russell that one.
How's y'all season going?
Not like I wanted to, but we're young, so.
I did
As long as
Dallas
we're
first
learning and
football
getting better.
game, you know that. I filmed it. It's in our archives. Practice.
Uh-huh.
I believe if they'd left once old boy was coach at the principal, but he was really coach at Haleville. They left him as a coach, helped him coach. Been good. Moss wouldn't do it. They made that neat man, George. He didn't have no damn distance. When you can't talk English, they can't talk. I think he had 12 of them were Spanish. Hell, I didn't want to put them on wood. I had it on film first. I can turn somewhere, y'all. I got it. I didn't have me on there either.
You didn't have you on there?
I didn't want to get shot. take your check, didn't you?
Yeah,
Don't say I didn't give you a damn check last time, you said I didn't give it to you, you didn't cash it.
I don't think she got it, but she's sick of looking into it.
Well, my daughter sent it to you, I wouldn't give it to you, how many you wait, like you let me wait?
That's right.
I get it when it turns, it's got little stuff on it, molded. Tony, I just think you're the man you ever seen in your life right there. Alright,
Unless you look on that end of the table.
hell, I don't spend no money, I'm too able, I ain't able.
Did y'all have to get out yesterday morning and the morning before that at all? I don't know through there, but you couldn't even see the lines in the road down here. It was foggy.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Yesterday, wasn't it?
what is that right there?
Look at that. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Good, how are you?
I hope I ain't gotta call you today.
Mr. Hutty, how are you?
Fine, I said, I hope I don't have to call you.
Yeah, me too.
I hate to be an insurance man today now, I'll be honest.
Just call me for lunch. That'll be
Oh, no,
good.
I can do that, but I ain't gonna,
Is this first time?
everything I give, that's halfway perfect.
First time you've been there? Okay. All right.
There's coffee back there if you want it now.
Okay, thank you.
Chuck Simmons, good to meet you.
Chuck Simmons, Mike Evans. Good to see you.
Good to meet you.
You got a long way to drive, ain't you, buddy?
No,
I know that.
you start to.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Good deal.
Mike, did you stay for all that last time?
No.
I hadn't made the,
left
I got a
at
bad
halftime.
receipt.
I left at half.
Yeah, I got a bad receipt, and when it left, I wanted to go see the game.
Where do y'all go?
It was, what they call it?
Political forum.
Yeah, over in Hale, had, Garland and Randall and all the city, that was,
That's where you sucking up, wasn't you?
man, yeah, Garland was good.
Hey, don't,
Hey,
don't.
man,
I made it.
how you doing?
Fine, you
Good to
okay?
see you. Good to see you.
Well, I tell you what, Tiffany,
Yeah.
I'm glad you over me.
Okay.
You look terrible.
Council up there?
No.
When it started.
What are you wearing, son?
I don't know.
Chair up there,
I just-
dark with their names.
Oh, what,
They'll go around the table like this, and then,
brace I've had for
when,
20 years.
These right here will be the, we'll do these picks.
I may have saw you on
Then we'll do
Facebook
the
with that, I didn't know who it was.
Probably start with each person gets to tell.
A nurse
what they do,
practitioner told me it might
where
help,
they're at, how things
and
go
she was
in.
exactly right.
But
It helps. What we got here? Basketball?
Community leader, insurance, it'd be good for people to spend our money, so when it comes your turn, just tell your name, what you
Used
do,
to have a friend that said
you need
sons
to
always
boost
son
the
that may be above
turn
the
light,
fire.
but we're gonna do the turn live up there, so.
Boy, Tiffany, you looking old.
You got that figured out.
See, I'm a year older than he is, that's why I said.
Check, are these a basketball, is the, team on the right, the home team?
Yeah, well, I don't know that.
Well, now, wait a minute.
Let's see.
That would make a difference.
Yeah, it will. It did when Alabama went to Vandy, didn't it? Man, I couldn't believe he didn't take that guy out when he shot that free throw, and then just threw the ball back up there. I'd have sent him to the dressing room, wouldn't you?
Well, January 10th, it's not Mississippi versus Kentucky. It's Mississippi State.
It's what now?
Mississippi State.
Which one?
You need to borrow your wife, son.
8:30 Saturday,
8:30.
and that is at Kentucky.
Yeah,
It's Texas out of Alabama,
yeah,
so it may be, you may have it right.
yeah, it's,
You know, you watched ball game last night?
I do.
Yeah.
I had it on the radio, you could advertise,
on,
you didn't do
Mississippi.
it. None of y'all did.
Mississippi,
Well,
put this,
you're-
put
you're-
SC beside it.
Your listening audience was 7. 7 people listened to that game last night.
Who did that?
I did.
Well, hell, I had
I
more
mean,
people,
that may be a stretch.
I had more people bitching about me than me.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah, I did.
if you got the opportunity to watch it on
Yeah.
TV or listen to the Hutty Show, I'm telling you, they ain't listen to the Hutty Show.
I don't give a damn.
What?
It's out there, they can listen. And most, everybody ain't tipping now.
Did you listen to it?
Huh?
Did you listen to it or watch it?
I watched, listen to it and watch, hear it and watch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was good, son. I was pulling for Ole Miss though.
Well, I was too, even though I'm a state fan.
I know that.
I wanted the SEC to win.
Down there to beat
I tell you, it was a heck of a good game, I tell you, it was a tough game.
Oh, he's got one.
And
Well, you ain't, what are you frowning about?
if
Frowning.
If Ole Miss had, if they'd had two minutes to play, I believe they scored.
Well, I believe it was
There y'all.
there for that last one.
Yes, sir. About y'all.
All right, about time they get going.
How are you?
It's fine.
All right. I'm a minute early. What in the world's that? Huh? I thought you told me he died.
I thought he had, tell you the truth.
Is his hipping too? You got him to share with him.
Shaq, I
Yeah.
gotta leave at
There's one more.
Shaq, I gotta leave at 15 till.
Okay.
Got a meeting I gotta go to.
You gonna get fired?
Well, maybe.
I heard Tony gonna let you go. Brother?
David, did that fog settle in Red Bay this past few days?
Yeah, it sure did, yeah.
Tell your wife, next Christmas, buy your son-in-law some clippers to shave that beard. Every one of us like that guy over here, only theirs a lot longer. They make you look good on Facebook, you know that.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've been told that more than once.
Huh?
I've been told that more than
They've
once.
been lying to you, but I'm lying to you. I got the intro going. Hey, it ain't payday week. What are you doing down here? Huh? Well, Tony lied like hell. He lies to me all the time.
He had you on recording, so I said, well, I'll be there.
Is it raining up in my show?
Is it raining? Yeah. Corn mouse.
I forgot to shave this morning.
Me too.
I had to work till 11 o'clock last night. Doing that ball game.
Good ball game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was hoping Ole Miss win. I got them on their program. I have them here.
Too many field goals.
I'm trying to go to Mississippi State, you know that, next year. I'll probably be Mississippi State. I had my choice, but they screwed me. I made a salary week here. Then I thought I was gonna win the national championship, but make no mistake. Philadelphia.
Conley, did you see any deer coming up?
I didn't.
Well, how's your team in Darktown? Y'all got a pretty good team out there now?
Real young, trying to teach them how to play basketball.
Well, I got news for you. They may hide it from you, but they know how to play basketball out there. I know they did 70 years ago. They were damn good. Well, y'all dead now, except me. And I didn't play out there. I'm about dead.
How the Lord has blessed us.
Hey. Do you damn right. Be quiet. Distler fan. Hey, Russ don't even like you. What happened to Havel this year, son? Football. I have never known a Havel not winning a game, do you?
Not like that.
Well, I'm forgetting over now.
You on?
Well, we're not on, we're playing, intro.
When you play start?
Well, when that turns, green turns,
We don't start with that, we start with the clock. What's the, if you know
Well-
what time it's at?
You were talking so damn much.
I've been watching it, you talk every other time. See there?
Everybody over there, and I can prayer meeting.
Well, we got eight people here, and you talk every other time.
I'm kinda like you are when you do the ball game. Tiger ball, tiger ball. He was an announcer for Red Paper when I was playing ball. Tiger ball, tiger ball. Who the hell is tiger ball? Now, somebody was doing it the other day, last year, wasn't it, the year before last? Heard that tiger ball? I thought of you then. I said, my God, they gotta be old, but they sound like a young kid. How's your brother doing?
Doing good.
He ain't gonna ever retire yet.
No, doing well last. They're in Florida this week. That's huge
All right, boys.
RV show.
Good morning, everyone. Appreciate you listening in and all the guests that come up this morning. Starting a new pick'ems, I guess you'd say, for our last games in here that we picked for the bowl games. I must have finally got a little luck. Myself and Phil Seagraves were 19 and 15. Josh Weatherly was 18-16. Zane Miles 18-16. David McKinney 17-17. David Tiffin didn't check with Las Vegas on this one, 16-18. And Johnny Cleveland, 15-19. So that was the picks from last time. So we've got this year coming up. We're going to do a finishing up on the bowl football. And last night you saw a good game, Miami 31, Ole Miss 27. And we'll pick a few basketball games and let you hear what's going on in the communities here. Starting around the table with, I'll let you know who's here.
Jeff Lehman.
Mike Evans.
Barry Burleson.
Tony Shackelford.
Chuck Simmons.
Conley Ellis.
David Tiffin.
All right, that's the group. We got a full house this morning, and Corey Lowe, a basketball official, was supposed to be here with us. He may be on his way, but we'll start with Jeff on the football here. We have January 9th, Peach Bowl, Oregon versus Indiana.
Of course, being a rematch, it's tough to beat a team twice, but if anybody can do it, it looks like Indiana's got all the skill and they check all the boxes, it seems like.
Mike?
Yeah, Indiana's just seems like they brought it all together here at the end of the season, and not saying they didn't have it during the year, but they really are looking good right now.
Barry Burson, glad to have you up. What's your thoughts on that one?
Well, I feel like everybody else. I'm picking Indiana. I think the way they handled Alabama is hard to pick against them.
Well, Willie's going to let you talk about that in a minute. I don't believe I've ever seen a beat down like that. I'm going to take Indiana, but I think the best team out there is Miami. I've thought that all along with that running game, but that's another one. Chuck, glad to have you with us.
Good to be here. I'm just going to pick Oregon because they beat Alabama.
All right. Conley?
I'm going to go with Oregon. I'm going to go against Vegas here, and it's hard to beat a team twice, so I'm going to go with Oregon.
David?
Well, I marked Indiana. The quarterback is he's just pretty doggone good. I don't know. I've done a little back work on that boy. I don't know if anybody else did or not, but he came out of high school as a two-star rated quarterback, and California watered around and finally gave him a scholarship. He played 3 years at California, and Indiana came and got him, last year. And the strange thing about that is that his record that year, 2024, was 6-7. Now, you know, you can any way you want to. That sounds like something like Mississippi State might do. Won 6 games and lost 7,
Yeah.
and you go pay him $2 million to come to you. There's an Alabama fan told me the reason that is, he figured, was that when he was with Coach Saban, that he had the notoriety of being able to see talent that other people would miss. And I don't know whether that's true or not, but I tell you what, it looks like it could be true.
Yeah. Somebody knew that with talent.
I mean, you know, you go get a quarterback that won 6 games and lost 7, and you say you're gonna lead me to a night. I don't know how that conversation went, but it don't seem like it would be like that.
No, but he is good.
Yeah.
Mike, if it's well, we know it's Miami, but if it's Miami or either Oregon or Indiana, who would you pick?
Well, you're making it kind of tough there. I agree with you. Miami looks like when they flex their muscles, they can just about go down the field on anybody. You know, I was thinking last night, of course, everybody goes back to that very last play in the end zone. It looked like, to be honest with you, it looks like Miami's holding that receiver.
Definitely.
You know, for a possibility to catch the ball.
Yeah.
But then you go back to the series before that, Ole Miss had a chance to play some defense, and they just couldn't do it, couldn't get it done. So Miami just marched right down. It just did anything they wanted to, it looked like, to go down and score. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Miami's going to – they're looking real physical right now.
Yeah. They had a chance for at least 3 or 4 interceptions, and just I don't know how they dropped them as much as they were in their hand. Yeah, and that'd been a real change if they'd have got 2 of those. Yeah. So if it's either one of those 2, you think Miami might take it?
Yeah, I think Miami might take it. Although, you know, and the only one I've really watched close, I did watch the Ohio State game. Indiana's offensive line really looks stout. They did in Ohio State, and they did against Alabama.
Yeah.
I think that would be a knockdown drag out right there.
Barry, what's your thoughts on that one?
I think it could go either way. I think the officials will decide who wins the national championship. I mean, it's going to come down to probably the last play, and they'll slug it out just like they have all year. And it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue.
Well, I'm going to take Miami, whichever one gets there, because it's down in their home bed, home field. Either one of these teams got to come in, travel a long way. So I'd pick Miami. Chuck, what do you think?
Indiana was real physical, especially with Alabama, but I think Oregon's going to take Indiana, and then I think Miami's even more physical. I'm going to go with Miami. Really good defensive line.
To win it all. Con?
It's going to be a tough game, you know, since Miami's playing in Miami for the national championship, but I'll take the winner of Oregon and Indiana next week.
Okay. David?
All right, I pick Miami. You know, we talk about, you know, how they look, Miami, and I agree that they look like they're hitting on all cylinders. But you know, when you play a team like Alabama plays a Mississippi State team, and they you know, they block well, they tackle well. Mississippi State made them look awful good. Well, you know, y'all watched Alabama play football this year, and I'm gonna tell you the defensive. Most people that played them, the offensive line, the team that is playing, looked like a pack of All-Americans. I mean, the people missing blocks. You know, I mean, look at the times that they hit Alabama in the backfield. Now, was it because they got so much talent, or because Alabama was just about halfway playing? You know, it's one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
Jeff?
Alabama's got some work to do now.
They do.
A
lot.
I saw 2 or 3 times where the offensive people blocked 2 men and left another fella come in there and went untouched, and then the plays running his side.
Yep.
My goodness.
I think it's in Indiana. They're, just one thing, it's not on Miami's home field. It's at the Dolphins Stadium. Miami's place still at the old Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
I just think Indiana's the better team.
Jeff, that's just about like women's basketball in South Carolina not playing at their home stadium, but in the state of South Carolina.
Yeah. Well, you know, they made an interesting statement last night. I thought it was pretty close. They said it's a 40-minute drive for them, so I thought, well, it can't be too much of a home field advantage. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, they could probably sleep in their own bed the night before if they allowed them to, but they ain't gonna allow
You
them
sell
to.
cars?
You wanna buy one?
You sound like that car salesman.
Is that what car salesman talk?
I appreciate that.
You ain't much of one.
All right, we're going down to a few basketball games, then we'll let each one of you tell what's going on in your community. We got Barry. You get the first pick on this one. Tennessee, rated number 21, versus number 11, Vanderbilt.
I feel like Vandy will take this one. I watched them play Alabama last week, and they look pretty stout. They controlled it. They've got some big guys, and it's at Vandy, so I'll take them.
I'm gonna go with you. I didn't think Alabama played like they'd been playing, and I think they're going down instead of up. I thought they'd go all the way up, but I'm gonna take Vandy. Chuck, being a basketball coach out at Tharptown, what do you think?
I think Vanderbilt's got the better defense. They can score. They run good sets. So I'm going to go with Vanderbilt on this one.
Connolly,
I'm going to go with Vanderbilt as well. It's also in Nashville, so I'm going to go with Vanderbilt.
you calling any this year?
I'm not coaching a sixth grade basketball team this year.
That's a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fun, though.
Yeah.
You sell drugs too, don't you?
No.
I thought you were at the pharmacy down there.
Trump's making that hard to do for anybody that's doing that right now.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah. David, who do you think?
I'm going to pick Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I think Vandy, even though I think Tennessee's got the size to match up with them, it'll be a good game.
Vandy.
All right. Next up, Georgia versus South Carolina. I'm going to take Georgia. Chuck?
Take Georgia. They've got one of the best offenses in the nation. They're really scoring at a high level right now.
Con?
I'll take Georgia as well.
Georgia?
Yeah, I'll take Georgia.
Georgia.
All right. Oklahoma versus Texas A&M. Chuck?
Take Texas A&M on this one.
I'll take the Aggies on this one.
A&M.
Yeah, A&M.
A&M.
Same here.
A&M for me. No pressure on them on that one. Connolly, Missouri versus Ole Miss.
I'm going to take Missouri on this one.
I'm up Missouri.
I think Ole Miss at home is just too tough.
Yeah, I got Ole Miss.
I picked Ole Miss.
I picked Ole Miss on that one.
Took Ole Miss. Really good defensive team.
All right. David, number 15, Arkansas versus Auburn.
I tell you, Auburn's had, I wouldn't say bad luck, but they've had some unfortunate right there at the, they lost about 3 games in 4 points.
Yeah.
But I picked Arkansas. Arkansas's got a good ball club.
I think Auburn might get the win here.
I'm going to go with Arkansas.
I'm going to go with Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I'm taking Arkansas on this one, too.
I'm going to take Auburn.
All right. Back to you, Jeff. Texas versus number 13, Alabama.
I think Alabama will get off the snide here, and hopefully the point guard will play and get back in the action. Because we really didn't play that bad. I mean, he went out of the game with us down 1.
Yeah.
And why he didn't come back, I don't know. I've heard cramps. And I heard the coach got pissed that he was.
Yeah.
Oh, why are you having body cramps if you're not sick? At this time of the year, you should be ready. So
Yeah.
I think that game could have turned out a little different, but it is what it is. So I think the tide will show up.
Yeah, I'm going with Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama always plays well at home.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I think he'll have them maybe going again. I'm going to take Alabama.
We'll take Alabama. I think they'll shoot a lot better at Tuscaloosa. Plus, he starts getting guys healthy, they're going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
I'll take Alabama as well.
Alabama.
Give you one stat there. The last 2 times Alabama's opened up SEC play on the road, or their first road game against Vandy, and they lost. They won the SEC championship in '74, and I think they said '88.
Well, I hope they do that
That
again.
was Chris Jordan was talking about on the radio the other night. Tidbit.
Mike, back to you. Mississippi State versus Kentucky.
I'm gonna take State on this one.
I'm gonna take Kentucky.
Kentucky better win, but I'm going to take State.
We'll go with Kentucky. I think Pope pulls one out.
Kentucky.
Well, it's hard to beat Kentucky up there. The State's playing quite well, though. They really are. We got the Hubbard, that guard, scored 38 points the game before, and the other night scored 30. And he don't hesitate to shoot. He missed the first three pointers that he shot, and then wind up hitting the next 3 or 4 out of 5 or 6. If he has a hot game, they'll be in the mix. But I don't see him beating Kentucky.
Have you been down to see them play any
Not
basketball?
yet, no.
Jeff, did you pick? Yeah, you got to pick that one. Mike, you pick that one?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's the SEC boys, and going into the SEC girls games. And Barry, you've got Arkansas versus number 20 Tennessee.
I think I'll take Tennessee on that one at home.
I'm gonna take Tennessee on that one.
We'll take Tennessee as well.
I'll take Tennessee.
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 All right. Georgia versus South Carolina. I'm gonna go South Carolina on that one.
Yeah, definitely South Carolina.
Definitely South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Unanimous.
All right. Chuck, back to you. Number 7 Vanderbilt against Texas A&M.
We'll go with Vanderbilt on this one.
I'll go with Vandy.
Vandy.
I'm gonna go Vandy too.
Vanderbilt.
Vandy.
Vandy. Conley. Number 2 Texas. This may be a good one. Number 12 LSU.
I'm gonna go with LSU at home.
Be a good game. I think Texas got one of the best coaches in Schaefer. I'm gonna pick Texas.
Yeah, he's got not only a great coach, he's got some phenomenal athletes there. I think Texas is the cream of the crop.
Texas.
I took Texas.
We'll take LSU. David, Florida versus Auburn.
Florida.
We'll go with the upset here. Go with Auburn.
I'm gonna go Florida on this one.
Florida, easily.
Florida.
I'm gonna go with Florida too.
I'll go with the Gators on this one.
All right. Jeff, back to you. Number 5 Oklahoma versus number 6 Kentucky.
I'm gonna go with the home team there. Kentucky.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma.
I went Kentucky.
I'm going to go Oklahoma.
I'm gonna take Oklahoma too.
I'm torn. I don't know who to pick. I'll go Kentucky.
I'll go with the home team, Kentucky.
All right. Mike, back to you. Mississippi State versus number 18 Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
I took Ole Miss.
I'm going to take Ole Miss on that one.
I'm gonna take Ole Miss as well.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss will probably win the game.
Yeah, Ole Miss.
All right. Barry, Alabama versus Missouri.
I'm always going to take Alabama.
I'm going to take Alabama.
I'm going with Alabama on this one.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Road tide.
Alabama.
All right. If you guys will put your name at the top and slide them in the middle right there, that'll get that group. I always enjoy hearing from what's going on in the communities and what's going on in basically you guys' life that's come up. So David said he was going to have to go a little early. So David, kick us off with Red Bay and Red Bay basketball and the community.
Well, Red Bay basketball is not doing too well. Too well. I mean, not doing too bad. We've, we won more than we lost. We've had a pretty tough schedule, and I think we, leading the area right now. And of course, ain't but number 3 teams in our area, but hope we can win it. Host the first game, maybe the first 2, but. The girls basketball has finally come out of the kinks. We have really been down for about 10 years now, 8 maybe, and they're doing quite well. The city is still doing quite well. The manufacturing people are doing a good job of keeping things going. The RV industry is not as good right now. Of course, this is a slow time of the year anyway. They're having a huge show that they always have in Florida this week, and it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. That'll be a little of a maybe what's going to be taking place the rest of the year. I don't know, but interest rates coming down is not going to hurt the motorhome industry, but it's pretty stable.
Does it matter if, I guess it does, gas up and gas down, gas coming down? Does that affect any of that?
Very little.
Okay.
Yeah, people that, generally speaking, the saying is, if you have the ability or the credit to buy something that expensive.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying if it doubles or whatever, it slows it down. Yes.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, to stop it, we've experienced this, is been no gas.
No, yeah. Have to set in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're not the last people that was building a gas chassis was Ford, and starting this year they closed the gas chassis out, so everything will be diesel.
Well, yesterday we're doing that tournament up at in Franklin County, and I was talking to the people there in Vina RV Service, and boy, he carried me all the way through when you guys were running them, and this one's having them now, and he was really having a lot of good things to say about Tiffin Motorhome. He really liked the way they were built.
We've been at it for some time, and we get a lot of feedback, and we want feedback. But like Lazy Days down at Tampa, Florida, they got a service department that's got about 35 or 40 bays, and they stay booked up. But as far as getting things done, I'm not saying about them, but generally, more than not, if there's 50 people that service the dealerships that service the motorhomes, it's 40 of them just don't do as good a job as they should. Yeah. And they found out that if they come to Red Bay, that we do. You got a problem, 95% of the time it'll be taken care of. Yeah. You might not get back home, but
yeah.
It'll leave there pretty well satisfied.
Yeah.
Okay,
go ahead, Jeff.
No, I was going to revert back. Is yours about the motorhome?
Yeah.
Go ahead, and I'll
yeah, this one on the motorhome was, he was talking about the same thing you were, about how long when you come in, how long it'd take to get out. And he said that the ones that has it now are not doing things exactly the way he was used to when Bob had it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's got Bob's name on it down there.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Jeff, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, I think I don't think I know I'm 59, but my whole life, Red Bay girls basketball's been on the map and probably the premier program or one of the premier. Did it all fall down when Coach Roberts left? Did the attention to detail as far as building the program or keeping it going? Because
I'd say the biggest part of it was but we lost some talent. We always had talent coming up, and a coach can definitely make a difference. I mean, our neighbors over there at Belmont, they've had out of the last 30 years, I mean, 25 or 26 of those years, they've had exceptional coaching. And they got one now. They got one now, won 2 or 3 state titles and played in 2 or 3 more finals. And Coach Kirkendall, they named the gym after him. I've watched girls basketball a lot of my life, and I've never seen anybody that could equal him at the high school level. Take a group of girls and get more out of them than you could imagine. A lot of the girls didn't go any further. I mean, it's not that the Division I think they had maybe 1 or 2 Division I players, but junior college, yes, they had some in Division II, but they understood what he wanted, and they practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. And I tell you what, when they threw the ball up, I tell you, you better get the saddle hooked pretty good to the horse, because you're gonna fall off.
He was a coach at Red Bay where it started.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate the comments there, and I've spoke with Coach Tereski several times this week, and he's very accommodating. He does a good job. That's kind of challenging doing boys and girls.
Yeah.
But last question before we leave you: how is the younger group coming up? Do you know?
Very good. Yeah, we had a very talented 7th and 8th grade bunch, and the B team, the B team was I wouldn't say exceptional, but they were plenty good enough, and so and the girls, there was a period of time that we didn't have a ball handler in the girls, and you're a piece of cake when you get somebody that can't
get it down the court.
About making a pass from all across court and expect it to be completed. It won't happen. And but the 7th and 8th grade girls won the county tournament, and they got 2 or 3 people that can literally bring the ball down, which we had not had. We hadn't had that for several years.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Sounds like it's on the mend then.
I believe it is.
Yeah. Well, Conley, glad to have you up. Tell us a little bit about banking and your coaching experience with it.
Banking is going good, staying steady. When interest rates dropping, we're picking up in business. It's staying steady, and I'm happy for that. Coach a 6th grade basketball team at Hamilton for the TVBA league, and also do the radio for the Hamilton Aggies on basketball for all B team, the varsity, and the varsity girls, varsity boys. Took one under the chin last night against Haleville. Got beat by 3 in the varsity boys game, but the girls come out and won. And we've got Fayette next week at home, and then Haleville next week at home too. So we got an action-packed week at Hamilton. But my experience with the coaching, I've done this the past 4 years. So I've grew up with the kids that I'm coaching now, and speaking of Red Bay, we played them next week at home, and Coach Tereski, he's a guy that I look up to. I respect him deeply, and he's coaching the TVBA teams at Red Bay, so he's building that program from the ground up.
Yeah.
And but the competition in the TVBA league is very, very stiff. You got to bring your A game every game, and that's only going to help out the boys when they get older too. So
You just have the boys, you have girls too?
I just have the 6th grade boys.
Okay. Who does the girls down there?
Justin Humphreys does the 6th grade.
Okay.
He is the assistant principal at the high school at Hamilton. And we've got some more coaches from 5th and 4th grade. But
What's the most challenging part right there in that age?
getting them to listen, really, because their minds go everywhere. Just getting them to focus long enough to practice and, get them to do what you want them to do. But, I've got a great group of kids. And like I said, I've coached that group for the last 3 years. So I've seen them grow up right in front of my eyes, and it's good to see. So,
Have you got some basketball talent coming?
we do. The 7th grade bunch right now, they're predominantly ball handlers, and they've got some shooters. And the 6th grade that I've got, we do have some ball handlers and shooters, but we've got some size.
Yeah.
We've got a couple kids that are about 5'8", 5'9" already.
Yeah.
They're about 180 pounds, 185 pounds, so they can.
Yeah. You got some
For them to
coming.
be 12 years old and be that big, they can. I'm excited to see them grow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Who's the strongest team, the boys or the girls this year? I'm not saying the best, the strongest.
Well, the girls have won, I think, 4 or 5 in a row. The boys have dropped 2 in a row. I don't really know. They're about even.
I was just asking.
Yeah.
Glad to have you come up.
Glad to be
Appreciate
up
you
here.
coming
Yes,
each
sir.
time you come.
Yes, sir.
Chuck Simmons from Tharptown, and talk about this is your first time up, and talk a little bit about what you do and how long you been over there.
I've been at Tharptown 5 years. I'm the head boys basketball coach. Really good group of guys this year. They work hard, show up practice. They want to get better. Some of the younger guys that are coming up, they put the time in. We have a couple of seniors, really good leaders, helps a lot with the younger guys. Pretty good defensively right now. Offensively, we're behind. We got a lot of work to do on that. Other than that, that's about it for our teams. Our varsity girls are pretty good. They're young as well. So Coach Ward does a good job with them. She's bringing them along. They've had some close games. We have too, but probably 50-50 on the close ones.
Does Lori help with that, or just do
She
volleyball?
does. She's Coach Huff's.
Yeah.
I like her. She's a good one.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Next week we'll be starting the Franklin County tournament. We'll host it. So Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we'll have games. Tuesday, JV boys start PC versus Vina at 4. Right after that, follow with the varsity girls. Belgreen will play Vina. Varsity boys game that night will be Belgreen and Vina. Thursday will start second round of games. We play Red Bay boys and JV. Varsity girls is Red Bay girls and Phil Campbell girls. And varsity boys, we play Red Bay again. That'll be our varsity boys. Friday night, our girls play Vina. The JV girls, the JV boys be Belgreen, and whoever wins the game between us and Red Bay.
Yeah.
Varsity girls will be our varsity girls, Tharptown, against whoever wins the Red Bay and Phil Campbell game. And then our varsity boys, Phil Campbell, get the winner of the Red Bay game.
We gonna have it on the radio.
Yeah.
Have y'all got it where you're on a bad spot out there?
Yeah, the reception's not great, but they're working on it. I think they come out and checked yesterday, maybe.
Yeah, I was
Tony
over there.
sounds a lot better when
Two-
you can't hear him.
2 days ago, I was over and hooked everything up and talked there with some of the kids and stuff. Called back, and we held 2 and 3 bars. So looks like everything's good to
It's
go.
gonna work.
Yeah.
Jeff, you going?
Yeah.
Don't talk about the damn ref.
Saturday will be championship games.
Yeah.
They'll start at 2.
He's a ref.
The Saturday games that should be pretty challenging there.
That's gonna be some good basketball. We got a lot of good athletes, play basketball in Franklin County, got some really good coaches. Most of the kids play hard, work hard, so the coaches.
Yeah. And principal out there is who?
Dr. Tyler Berryman, he's a good guy, good to work with.
Yeah, yeah. Well, appreciate you coming up and
sir.
being with us, and hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
I see why you've been there 5 years.
Tony,
Boss is always good in.
Yeah.
I'd like to, before I leave, like to hear some discussion about the playoff Division One, the football.
Yeah,
We've got this thing behind us now and had some teams in there that maybe they're supposed to be in there. I'd just like to hear the umpire over here, referee, get his idea about, to think that those 2 teams that got it, and Miami coming in, better not getting in.
they did.
What do you think, Jeff?
Well, twofold right there. I think, one, if Notre Dame wants to cry about it, get in a conference, number one. But number two, I don't think, I know this ain't gonna sound right, but I don't think James Madison and the Tulane actually deserve to be there. And I know that sounds harsh, but when you've got a team, Notre Dame, that would be, even though they ain't playing a conference, I think, and we utilizing Vegas as a 2 here, they would have been a 20-point favorite, anywhere from an 18 to a 20-point favorite on both of those teams. So did the 12 best teams get in then? No.
No, James Madison and Tulane in this year, they remind me of the story that the man had the fastest mule in the county, and they're talking about him. He said, "Well, now, you got the fastest mule, but that don't mean you can run in the Kentucky Derby." So that's about what the. You know,
Who you been drinking with?
the Division II has had a 16-team playoff for 20 years. And so, you know, I believe what the committee ought to done is looked at that, you know, and if they felt that like they could, I don't know whether they can improve that or not. That's a pretty good situation that they've got, how they do that. And, you know, put 16 teams. Of course, I know you might, I don't know. I don't know if they've had teams that isn't supposed to be in there or not in the Division II. But I tell you,
Well, you've got I mean, when you got the Big Ten that plays a 9-game conference schedule and then the SEC going to a 9-game, how can you compare, let's say this year, for example, I think Vandy should have been in there. How can you compare Vandy's schedule to Tulane playing only one ranked team all year where Vandy played 7? So, I mean, you get into that situation, and I think 16 teams is what they're going to go to. I think it'll be probably, it won't be next year, but I think they said it would be the next year it would start. But I'm sure we'll have the same argument over, you know, somebody not getting in. But I think the one thing that they're going to have to do, and I know the commissioners are not going to want to do it, but I think you're going to have to eliminate the conference championship game. Because I think that's a big problem, number one. And number two, I think the coaches are yelling out, let's shorten this season up. Let's get finished by January the 1 or January the 5th. Like I know Lanning, he got on his soapbox the other day, and the Oregon coach, and he went about 10 minutes on reasoning why you should not wait 20, did they wait 26 days?
Yeah, it was a long time.
Indiana or somebody waited 26 days before they played in the playoffs. That shouldn't happen, and that's what they were alluding to. That you know, maybe give them a week break and then get it going, or no break at all. But that's the two things they're going to have to overcome right there.
Man,
Yeah, it's all about it. It's all about it. And that's the reason I don't know that the conference championship games will ever leave, is because of all the money it generates. But by the same token, I mean, I don't see no way that you can keep on having them.
Mike, got a comment on that?
Well, I agree with a lot that was said there, and, you know, I agree earlier, Alabama was brought up, you know, and they looked really bad in 2 games here at the end of the year. One of them was Georgia. You know, it's kind of funny, had they not played in that conference championship game, they had a better resume for the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So how do you penalize a team that played well enough to get there and then don't win it?
Well, let me also throw in there, actually, Alabama won the conference championship. If you did it based on the tiebreaker, they were the number 1 seed, so
Why go ahead and have to play it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So-
why get penalized?
Right, that's what
for
I'm saying.
playing that
Yeah.
next game?
And I
you
think that's
know?
what they're gonna end up having, right?
And eventually, you know, if you don't look at the number of games that are played, you're gonna look like the NFL. You
Yeah.
know, 16 games and then playoffs, and I mean, you're gonna play all the way into February. You know, so I agree. There's gonna have to be some changes, whether it's the layoff time or the conference championship games. I think sooner or later, you've got to look at strength of schedule too, because that the 2 teams you mentioned, James Madison and Tulane, they didn't do themselves any good in the playoffs. You know, and I don't think college football as a whole came out looking any better in those 2 games.
Barry?
I think they should expand the playoffs. Do it more like basketball. Put it 32 teams and let them play for it.
play one in
Hey, if they play all year round, that's fine on me.
Just be it on where they get to go.
Yeah. I mean, really, you know, play 6 conference games and then start with a 32 bracket playoff, and let's watch some really good football.
Well, and you talk about that, you bring up basketball. I heard a coach the other day say, I don't care how many teams you put in it. He said, if you look at basketball, the 65th team wish they'd have been in it. You know,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
It does, but if you'll notice that usually in basketball, the top 2 or 3 teams in the country every year will win the national championship.
Yeah, I think the football is almost that way this year.
And-
I think I think the cream rose to the top.
And I think if you had more of that, I don't know. I mean, do we really want to say Alabama play Chattanooga or? I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's a game to get focused on or whatever before Auburn, and
Try to get
it's
someone
just
healed up.
wasted time.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get it going. Let's start playing and play some good games.
Yeah. Well, would you like to see that much football being a basketball coach?
I don't think I'd like to see that much football.
What's your thoughts on these playoffs? Do you watch a lot of football?
I don't watch a whole lot of football. I try to keep up with Alabama, so we're disappointed with them
Yeah.
right now. They just don't play with much intensity and physicality. But I don't think we'll just start expanding the playoffs. I feel like it starts watering it down when you just start putting teams in to be in it.
Yeah. Conley being in the officiating business for a long time and watching football, what's your thoughts on officiating?
First
this
of
year?
all, as an official, I don't get to actually watch college football as much as I would like to because I officiate football on Saturdays as well for Toy Bowl. But my thing is get the 12 best teams in there, take the committee out of it, go back to the BCS system, and get the 12 best teams. That's the only way you can solve that. It don't matter. Somebody's still going to get left out, whether they think they're going to get in or not. But that way, you let the computer decide it. Don't let the committee take over. So that's my thought on that.
I do believe, though, that as bad as it sounds, Notre Dame has to get in a conference, though, because I don't think it's fair that you have an independent team that can go out and make their own schedule and justify getting in versus a team that played 9 Big Ten games or 9 SEC games or even the Big 12 this year. I don't think, or ACC, I just don't think it's fair.
David, if you were Saban and you had a way to solve this problem, what would you do?
I don't know. I believe we start advertising.
Back to going around the table here. That was a good little conversation on the football, but this SEC didn't show up too well in the bowl games, did they, guys? That was kind of a beatdown.
The playoffs also created an issue with the bowl games because the bowl games are so watered down now. Not from the standpoint you see a 6 and 7 team, but like I think it was Tennessee, and there was another SEC team I noticed had 20 players that did not play in the game.
Yeah.
So are you really getting a good bowl game, or are you just getting a spring training, a jamboree game?
Yeah.
So something's got to be done without that too.
Yeah. Barry, over to you now on what you do and how you've been doing it. And
Well, I've put in about 30 years in banking, so I'm still doing that. I'm at CB&S Bank in Russellville, the one next to McDonald's, for any of my old customers out there that want to come by and see me. Living in Muscle Shoals, so I root for Muscle Shoals, I root for Haleville. That's where I'm from, so either way, either team wins, I'm happy. I know Haleville won against Hamilton last night, and that was an area game for them, so I'm sure they're tickled to death.
that's a rivalry, whatever they play in.
It is for Haleville.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is for Hamilton.
Oh, it is for Hamilton.
But that puts Haleville, it evens them up at 1-1 in the area, and when you're only in a 3-team area, that's a big win.
That is a big win.
So Muscle Shoals kicks off tonight with Hartselle, that first area game.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that'll be a pretty good game.
Being in the banking business, did you get up a bunch of pennies to save and put up, or did you just let it roll?
I had 100 people call me wanting to buy pennies, brand new pennies, if we could get them in. But the Fed started sending them out. We got a few boxes from 23 and 24, but nothing from this past year.
Really?
So
They come in mixed. So,
Yeah.
they come in that box of pennies. You got to unroll every single roll to get a 25 penny to see if it's in there.
So you didn't get any new right at the last ones.
no, and I heard they auctioned them off. I saw a thing on TV where they
$9.99 for a.
Well, they actually auctioned some off at Sotheby's, I think, auction house, the last 3 pennies.
Oh,
and they
that
all
brought a
went
bunch.
for a couple $100,000.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I figure people will be bringing them in. We'll be sending them back before long and having to bag them up. So
There probably won't be any more of that putting them on a railroad track and mashing them together with.
I don't know that they'll ever be worth anything over a penny.
Yeah.
But banking's been good this past year. We've been expanding. CBNS is really, it's spread out into Georgia now, so we're moving around.
How many banks are we at now?
58 locations, I think, now. I think that's the last I heard. Fabulous office in Tuscaloosa, and now we got a brand new one in Auburn.
Does Cooper do anything?
He travels a lot now.
Okay.
With as many branches as we got.
My daddy bought a car from there. He used to be a car salesman. You know that, didn't
Who did?
you? Susan, when it started the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a car
Jeff, you may get you a bank then.
I think I'll pass that opportunity up.
He wouldn't talk about you now. You talk about the referee too much. The referee too much.
But we hope with rates going down this year that, people will get out and they'll start refinancing and getting better loans, and
You think it's gonna
maybe
be a
they'll
pretty good year?
maybe they'll start buying some houses and some stuff
Yeah.
will get to moving around.
That
and-
really starts moving it, doesn't it?
Yes, maybe some people start building. That's what
Yeah.
we really need. Is
Yeah.
some building going on.
Did a lot of your customers from Haleville go to Russell with you?
A few,
That's good.
the good ones.
Yeah, the good one. Well, glad to have you up. I'm glad you was able to come up this morning. You came down from Muscle Shoals this
I
morning?
did. So about an hour drive from me in the rain and
Yeah.
fog.
Yeah. Well, glad to have you come down. Thanks.
Enjoying it.
Mike, how you doing? Saw you last night, so
Doing good.
tell about the insurance and how things are going.
Well, insurance is still a little bit of a struggle. It's really, in all honesty, on a couple of fronts. One is just the cost of everything is just crazy, and you can't pinpoint it. If you've got it pinpointed today, tomorrow it's gonna be different, because building materials are different. I think most of this, in my opinion, is labor-driven from the very bottom to the finished product, whether it's building materials, whether it's automobiles. And then the other thing, and this is, I know it may not be just my opinion, but, we've kind of got a litigation problem in this country. If you don't like the way things are going, just sue somebody. And there's plenty of people to pick from. All you gotta do is watch TV and you'll get their numbers and everything else. So I think I think that's a problem. And it's turned into a problem for a lot of different industries, a lot of different entities. A lot of different entities are struggling to survive because they can't buy liability insurance, or the liability insurance has gotten so high, that they're really struggling. We see every day on the news, for example, I'll give you one, municipalities. Police liability has just gone through the roof because policemen get sued every day.
Mm.
And usually the plaintiff gets whatever they ask for. Juries go along with it and say, yeah, you can have it. And I mean, it's gotten out of hand. And, but I tell you one thing I was interested in, that meeting we were at last night.
Yeah.
There was some talk about schools and about, has it been a positive thing to get cell phones out of schools? And there were two superintendents there, and both of them said, we see participation in our extracurricular activities pick up. And they thought it was because kids were more interactive with each other and wanting to. What are you guys seeing? Do you have more participation now?
They're more interactive. The Focus Act, I like it. It's pretty good. But yeah, it's the kids seem more interactive. They're not in front of a screen.
Yeah.
They're actually having to talk to people, develop some social skills. So it's pretty good.
I feel like watching these kids that I coach basketball with, they're always on their phones outside of school, and they're not as focused. That's all they care about is just being in front of a video game screen, TV screen, or in front of their phone. But I don't see it from the school side, but I see it from outside of school. They don't know how to communicate with one another.
Yeah.
You run up on a lot of that.
Well, I was on the school board at Haleville for 10 years, so it was a battle going back and forth. I met with the actual CEO of AT&T one time, and I said, why don't y'all make a phone? I mean, it does everything. So when you take that away, you're hurting your child. And so I know that the aspect of communication is hurt because of the phone, but I know that my 20-year-old is smarter than I was when I was 20. So there's a trade-off.
Yeah.
I know me and Mr. Burleson see this, though, with the kids nowadays. They don't know how to count change. They don't know how to write a check, fill out a deposit slip, anything like that. But
And that's school.
That's school. And all they worry about is just this right here. They don't know how to add and subtract. All they use is a phone calculator. That's all they use.
Not only that, the adults now.
Oh, them too.
And buying a car, you asked, they're gonna get their own loan through the bank, but yet when they come there, you're gonna write a check. Well, I ain't got no checks.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's gone. I mean,
On the flip side of it, like my son yesterday selling some Bitcoin. And I'm like, I don't even know how to sell it. I know people talk about it and they buy it and whatever. He can go through Coinbase and he can download it and he can go in his account.
Mm-hmm.
He can take a picture of a check, have it deposited in his account, never have to set foot out of the house.
There's pros and cons to
I
it.
mean, I wish I knew more as much as he did, to tell you the truth. And, it's like,
Maybe if we could blend a little bit of both,
that's what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Mike, what else did you gain out of the meeting over there last night?
Well, a lot of needs. Everybody's got a need.
That's right.
Everybody that was there, and I agree with it. I mean, schools have a need. You tell me one school that's got plenty of money. Yeah, they can just take care of everything.
What meeting was y'all in?
It was the state of the city, so I think is what it was called.
What city?
Halo.
And, municipalities have needs, hospitals, rural hospitals are just.
That's having a problem if it doesn't
They've
change.
been on the brink of just barely hanging on now for several years. And, I had read a little bit about it, but I was kind of interested in the discussion that went on about getting the tax credit. If you get a tax refund, or you owe the state tax now, you can actually make that payment to your local rural hospital and then get a dollar-for-dollar credit on your tax return for that. And, it's still money. I mean, I guess the state's saying, look, if we're gonna have to fund these rural hospitals, if you wanna do it through your tax return, you do it, because it's gotta go back there some way. So, I thought there was, in all honesty, I've been to several of those things, and I thought last night there was a lot of information shared. I think, I don't know exactly where we're going. Y'all been talking about money and you've been talking about interest rates, and it scares me when I see things proposed like 50-year mortgages. That who's going to live 50 years to pay a house off? You better buy it when you're young if you're going to pay a house off in 50 years. Car loans, I think, are getting out there 7 years now, is
well,
it?
I got one better than that for you. There's 2 lenders out there now going 120 months on a.
BMW will.
I mean, that's crazy.
I mean, so you got 10-year car loans now, and so I think this goes back to maybe the lack of counting. Okay, people they buy a payment,
That's That's
rather than a vehicle.
100%.
Just tell me what my payment's gonna be. It doesn't matter what the terms are.
Or they don't look at the bottom line, how much
Yeah.
negative
The average
equity.
car is 7 years old, you know that.
And and like, if you look at your mortgage, look how much you're gonna pay in interest over a 30-year loan.
Yeah.
Wow, a 50-year loan, that, you'd really socking some money in that place.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that goes back to counting and understanding, like you said, the bottom line,
Common sense.
common sense. What's that? You know?
Running low nowadays.
In banking, though, does that mean, hey, you get to buy another branch somewhere?
Maybe.
Who knows?
You know something I've said a long time, ever since I've been in business since 2000, it is the school system, in my opinion, needs to teach, one, how to balance your budget, but number two, how valuable your credit is.
Yeah.
I see so many young people come in that have already started off,
On a bad note.
yeah, and whether it be student loans that they just said to hell with, or the first note. Of course, I won't say the name, but I had a young lady yesterday, 20 years old, wanting to buy a car. It wasn't but an $8,000 car, and she had a $28,000 charge off of Redstone, and I asked her, I said, well, what happened here? I figured there was a sickness or something, and she said, well, I bought a Mustang and just didn't like it. And I'm thinking, that's terrible. I mean, not only common sense, but character. I mean, where is it? I mean, and that's every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she wasn't able to buy that one from you then.
No, believe it or not, somebody gave her a loan for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Barry did that.
that's what's crazy.
Hey, you do it. That's all right, Darrell.
Just add another payment.
It's not my money, so I don't
I
dictate.
know how you are.
I don't dictate who gets it. I mean,
Wow. I mean, I would have never thought. I just overheard you say, it wasn't but $80,000. I mean, you could buy 3 of those several years ago.
man, you just throw some stuff up against the wall and it sticks every once in a while.
Yeah, there you go.
Those high prices cause our problems, everybody gets down high. I mean, like, they're having to go get houses all these years, the cars the same way, some kind of price. They wanna make the same kind of money, but they want us to pay it,
What is a
let them suffer.
2,000 square foot house now from stick all the way up if you didn't do any work yourself? What would that be average in Muscle Shoals since you're up there now?
To purchase?
Yeah.
375, 400.
Okay.
Yeah, it's housing right now is on the low end. It's going to run you $200 a square foot. Some of them, obviously, depending on where they are and how they're finished, but
And since
they can be much more than that.
since COVID hit,
Yeah.
especially like in Muscle Shoals, everybody wants to be in the city limits so their kid can go to Muscle Shoals school
Right.
system. But just like in my neighborhood, the prices have went up $100,000 in the past 3 years. Some houses, the bigger, newer
Yeah.
houses, have more than that.
Yeah.
And it just keeps growing.
Well, Mike, appreciate those comments. Jeff, what you got down there? You
Don't
selling
talk
all
about-
of them?
Yeah, I won't talk about cars yet. I just want a proud daddy moment here. Madison got the Times Daily Volleyball Coach of the Year and the Franklin County Coach of the Year, and then she was one of the 3 finalists for 5A Coach of the Year. So,
Your kid?
uh-huh.
That can't be your kid.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well,
But
congratulations, Madison, if you're listening.
They set a school record for 44 wins. I think the record was 23, and they blew that out the door. The bad news is now you got to sustain it.
Match it next year.
And now there's rumors that they're going to move up to 6A, so it ain't going to get no easier.
When
That's
do the
right.
reclassifications come out?
The 23rd.
They are going to 6A, Russell.
Pretty sure yeah. They're going to be right there, unless something's happened in the last few days.
Still
Yes.
got to go to 2A.
Yeah. And of
Boy,
course,
won't that put travel budget out the yin yang?
Well, it might not, because see, they say Florence is going down to 6A.
Oh, okay.
And so that'll put us in there with Florence, Must Shows, and maybe Hartselle, which would be a tough one.
Yeah.
But Austin over in
If it's
Decatur,
hard deal,
Austin's
Be on
going
Monday.
down to 6A also.
Yeah.
So you got Austin, Decatur, Hartselle, Russellville, Must Shows, and
Okay,
Florence.
that's
So-
within reason right
And
there.
what's Mars Hill gonna be?
Athens, 4A.
About time.
But then you got, what are we gonna do with the private versus, is that something that's gonna take effect this coming?
Yeah.
I mean, that very well could happen. I mean,
Mars Hill goes up to 4A, then Haleville and Hamilton I have to put up with them. Then I'm afraid.
Well,
Yeah.
this next year probably won't be as bad as it seems, and I think you'll compete. You can compete with them next year.
Yeah.
Now, you give them a few years to adjust. I mean,
Well, they may be in there with Brooks and Wilson and
they're gonna be in there with Brooks, Wilson, Desser, and all
Yeah.
that bunch. But I don't think that you'll see the same
Yes,
Mars
who
Hill.
is that?
Y- y-
Supposedly,
13.
yeah, supposedly Brooks is going 5A.
really.
Yeah. So it'll be a good area though, a good region.
Most shows stay the same, I guess.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Yeah.
they said they would be the second largest 6A team.
That's good when you're on the upside of that.
Yeah.
So Bill Campbell, without help, Bill Campbell's going back to 2A.
It couldn't hurt, I wouldn't think. But you never know, you get some of them, I mean, I've seen, the 5 coach talked about how hard it was to go to, going back to 2A a couple of years ago when he'd been in 3A and dominated for a couple of years. He went back to 2A and everybody had gotten a lot better. So it's just, I mean, you never know what the luck of the draw is, so to speak. I mean,
Oh, that's natural, you won't know.
yeah,
Hatton went to 4, didn't he? 4A?
yeah.
And I bet he gets their first football team.
Yeah.
Look what they've done. They've been
Yeah.
very competitive. I mean, right now they're sitting atop of the area standings in basketball. I
They
think
got 3 schools.
If you haven't been over there, if any of you listen, you haven't been over there, they are building all the land full of buildings over there right now. That,
You know,
real nice.
they got 3 schools.
Yeah,
I mean, look at Hazelwood, how many games, how many state championships they win?
Yeah.
4 of them.
yeah.
and they pulled a lot of kids from Mount Hope, even right there.
Mount Hope
Yeah.
used to not be bad basketball.
Yeah. And Tharptown is 3?
2A.
2A, okay. That's on the upper side of 2
Yeah,
then.
we're,
Y'all got a bunch,
Yeah.
y'all got some,
Yeah.
when they first started out, Dartown.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Out there, y'all need to start recruiting out there, they used to be the ball players out there.
Yes, we do.
Have you ever had any money out there?
Not a whole lot, no.
Well, now, some of you talking to the wrong people, there's a lot of money out there.
All right, Jeff, finish your part up with,
And Lord, car sales, we hadn't slowed down. I mean, it hadn't, we set a record last month in December, so 442 cars out of the Must Show store. A December record. I think we finished 3rd in the Southeast last year, so, of course, interest rates are not only getting better, but also Ford has gotten really aggressive with their rebates, and you're starting to see pre-COVID prices where you're seeing the $12,000 and $13,000 off the F-150, or there's some 0% out there, which, I mean, there's another educational too. Do you take 0% or you take all the rebates? My belief is you take all the debt and you get as low as you can. But there's just, it's a growing.
what about, if any of you have a question on that, how, the electric cars going up now, are they coming back down or leveling out?
Coming back down, what we've seen is the electric cars are starting to level out a little bit and come back down and not as quite as hot because you lost that somewhere around $7,500 tax credit. But also we're starting to see the domestics get a little bit more aggressive because I can only speak on Volkswagen and Mitsubishi. It's only 2 imports we've got in our brand, but we've noticed how the pricing has gone up due to the tariffs, especially Mitsubishi. All they've done is it's averaged about $2,300 a car. They've taken the car that was $39,000 last year, and it's $41,000 now.
And it's directly due, the rep said, to the tariffs. And
You think it go down?
sooner or later, I would think it has to.
That's what I was thinking.
But I mean, you're starting to see, I seen just a crazy story. I seen a family bought a kid a F-250 the other day, $112,000 F-250, 19-year-old is be 20. I mean,
How,
doesn't have a job.
how can he ever get any better? Oh, that's teaching them well. And
Yeah, it's just, you see some stupid stuff, and I shouldn't say stupid, but I reckon if it was me, it looks like I would. You
Yeah.
know. But I told somebody, and y'all probably can attest to this, in my 26 years in the business, I've seen more people walk out of the dealership last year with $1,000 payment or more than I have ever in my 20 previous. I mean, yeah, used to you'd say 350 to 400 was the average. Now I think NADA shows us that the average car payment is right at $700, and
I couldn't sleep at night with that kind of payment.
no,
You like her, you ain't supposed to.
well, I mean,
But also too, like I'm 25, fixing to be 26 here in a few months. I'm looking at buying a house here pretty soon.
your biggest investment is your house.
Exactly. I mean, the housing market, it just keeps going up.
I see people with house payments $2,500 to
Yeah.
$3,700 on average.
It just blows my mind.
$3,700 a month.
I made the mistake back in '06 and bought a $50,000 car for my wife at the time, and my daddy went about 2 months without talking to me. He absolutely was. He said, "Have I not taught you better?" That was the last words he said for about 2 months. I mean, he said, "Well, son, we didn't pay that much for this house."
yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
And so that was when I learned my lesson. And if I can't get it under 400 now, I don't buy
Well,
it.
who's making the big money now? Somebody making. The house, really, the material's the same material you had.
A two before is a two before, and
I mean, really, you think about it now, really, they had nothing come sheet rock. I mean, come on now.
Well, that's
Who's
not,
making the big money?
is it the manufacturer making all the money?
What I'm asking you.
I think so. I think so. I mean, because
I used to be a sweater salesman, you know, I ain't too.
labor rates hadn't gone up that much, so I can't imagine.
They've
that-
gone up quite a bit.
Well, what I'm saying is, when you go versus what you're paying a guy at the Ford plant versus what the car's going for.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A while ago, I said something about labor. I mean, you can ride down the road and see a Pilgrim's Pride sign starting pay
Right.
$25 an hour,
Right.
you know.
Right.
You know, when the guy at the Ford plant now is making 55 or 60 an hour, and the guy at North Alabama Lighting that makes the taillights and
Headlights,
marker
yeah.
lights and headlights and all that, when he's making $40 an hour, when, you know, you can just go down the list, whoever's making the tires now, when they're making that kind of money, if you added up all the labor that went into that vehicle, my goodness, it's amazing.
Well, what I was saying is the cost of paying it versus the cost of what it is, it don't justify the large jump in price
Oh,
is what
yeah.
I was getting at.
They go, he'll be there forever, and how you do on your football? People told me, when I know he's coming, I told him if I worked the show, they asked him, was he a referee? I said, yeah, he was a referee.
yeah,
What are
we
you talking about it like?
we don't even need the rule book when Jeff's with me.
Looky, 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 looky. That's all you can say.
Well, you looked.
What? I ain't crazy.
Conley, as we close this out, we'll go around the room and let you have a closing word. What you thought?
Thanks for inviting me up here, Tony. I enjoy coming up here every time that I've come up here. Other than that, I ain't got much to say. There's a lot going on right now.
Ring, what happened to old Corey? You thought he forgot the way up here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good.
Was sick, you find that?
Yeah. Gerald's doing pretty good now.
Yeah.
I heard he was really had the flu or something, but we had big time.
Yeah, he actually he's doing a lot better. I talked to him the other day, and he's sounding a lot better.
Did he shut the door when he called you in there?
No.
That's a bad thing, when they shut that damn door, you.
Chuck? What's your thoughts?
I appreciate y'all inviting me out. Had a good time. It was good meeting everybody, and y'all come out and watch Franklin County Tournament next week.
Yeah. Barry?
It's kind of the same thing. I enjoyed the invite and hope to see you again sometime.
Good. You will. Mike?
Always good to be here. I'm glad Hutty's got the show and opens it up to the community. And it's always good to, be here.
Jeff?
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't like to give him too many compliments, but,
I don't need them.
just shut up, sit over and shut up then.
Well, I don't wanna talk to you about referees either.
I ain't mentioned the referees yet.
Well, you will.
Well,
You
sooner
know
or later.
how you are.
Well, then just hush. But at least he gives us a platform to go out and promote the kids, and that's what's very important. I look forward to next week. We have the Franklin County Tournament, and then the following week we get to do the Marion County Tournament, which is always a good time of year, sort of the kickoff to the final stretch, so to speak, before you get into area play. And tournament time in basketball is, to me, in baseball is just something special.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
The January 13th, and this one will be at Tharptown. It'll be the 13th, 15th, 16th, and the 17th. Start up on the 13th, 5:30. The 15th, 5:30. 16th at 7 o'clock, and the championship games at 5 and 6:45. And
Who's gonna pick the games?
what?
Who's gonna pick, what games you gonna do? You can't-
We're doing all of them.
Huh?
We're doing all of them.
Well, you can't do all.
Wow, we do all them. By the time I get old, I won't be able to do all that. Lucky, man, we'll get them looking too. And then the following week will be the 20th, 22nd, and 23rd, and that one will be at Bear Creek. Yeah. So I was going over there today to hook everything up, but I think I'll wait with this much rain.
Yeah, on the board of directors,
Board of Education.
Board of Education, with Principal over there. He sure does right. When we first started over there.
Yeah.
Wasn't.
You're not talking about Weatherly, are you? Who you talking about?
He was.
Yeah, that's who he's talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He
He's moved into the superintendent's office now. Okay.
He was big time.
Yeah. He's
He helped us real.
that's right. Well, appreciate all of you guys coming up, and hopefully we'll get to do this again, and y'all have a safe trip home with all this rain. Hutty, close us out.
Let me tell you,